Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am playing with the Colourpop X's and O's palette. I did promise you guys I would pick up a Colourpop palette, and here we are. And so this is the eye look I created, and I mean, let's just get right on to the video. So jumping into this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Colourpop Brow Boss pencil just to fill in my eyebrows quick. So once again, to see the difference with the Colourpop, here is one eyebrow difference. And I know on my Colourpop mini review I was like a little like iffy, I guess you could say, with this one. The more I have used it, I don't mind it, but I know one part of it is the color, and I personally prefer darker brows. So I think if I went back and got a darker color other than the taupe one, I would be happier with it. But I also know that if I'm going to use this, it is going to be a day when I don't have super dramatic, dark, colored in brows. Because personally, I'm a fan of very dark, strong brows. It's not for everyone, but I like it. So today we are working with the X's and O's palette by Colourpop. I promised you guys that I would go out and get a palette, so I did. I picked one up when I was at Ulta. And this is our first look at the colors. Please excuse my voice. I have no idea what's going on with my voice today in the last few days. I don't know if it's allergies or something, like I'm slowly catching a cold, but yeah. One thing I do want to maybe try and figure out is if some of these like glitter shadows are like those ones that are in those 9-pan really colorful ones that they had come out, that it's like it's the thick glitter and they say like not recommended for eyelid use. Because I mean, I'd still put it on my eyelid at my own risk, of course, but you know, it's just nice to know. For today's look, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of wing it. Hopefully it turns out nice. So to go in, I'm just going to take the color Issues, which is this one right here, on a big fluffy brush. This is my Morphe M441 brush. Definitely some fallout. I don't know if you can see, but like just tapping in, there's a little bit of powder kickback coming out. Again, probably couldn't see that from the camera, but go out and tap, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly dust this on from the eyelid into the crease just to give a little bit of a base, just so if it's super tacky, it still gives it a fair chance. Okay, so I am gonna go in with Fortunate, which is this one here, and with the same Morphe M441 brush, very pigmented. Wow. I'm just gonna buff that into the crease. Whoa, not the color I was expecting. The camera will focus. So it looks more like kind of like a chocolate color in the pan, but it comes out more red, which is fine. They are blending out super nice. Like, I feel like I've barely done anything and like it just blended out really nice. Just kind of buffing it into the place that I wanted to sit. Also, don't mind any background noises. Neighbors are like renovating, I think, so. think I'm gonna leave it there for blending. It blended out super nice. Once again, please ignore the background noises and try to focus on the eyeshadow tutorial. That is why we're all here today. So, like I was continuing or beginning to say, it blended out super nice. Wasn't so much the color I was expecting it to be, but as you blend it out, it kind of like dulls down the color, but in a good way, which is like something that's a little bit more comforting. So next I'm going to go in with the Color Realness right here. This one is a brown, but it does look like it has that hue of like red behind it. And I'm just going to go in with this Morphe brush that I got in the 5-piece eye set. It's fluffy, but it's a little bit more domed and like not as super fluffy. I'm going to go ahead and keep this in the outer part. What is going on with the inner corner here? Some minor creasing. I'm going to go back in with that Morphe M44 with no additional product just to really help blend that into that fortune color that we had put down. And another thing that I really enjoy is like this is a great fall palette with those like red berry tones. And it just so happens to match my shirt today. I was not intending for that to happen, but it just did. So first I did pat the product to where I want it, and I'm gonna slowly blend it out now with that same brush. Okay, so I have built up that realness color to how I have desired it in my kind of outer corners, and just going in with that original Morphe brush just to really help blend it into that first shade. Next, I'm going in with Reckless. On this one, I'm going to go ahead and take it on a more domed brush. This one is the Lexi 243 Precise Blending. I'm going to go ahead and take that just to really pat it where I want it to be. Then to help blend that one out, I'm going to go in with a Morphe M562. It's a really tiny precise blending brush just to start blending that into the rest of the eyeshadow. And then switching out brushes, I'm going in, this is a brush that I got from Ipsy. It was part of their Tetris collection. It's a really nice dome, kind of fluffy brush that is a little bit more compact. Just to further blend it. Going in with that very first brush again, just making sure I'm going to go back and really blend it. The outer top, and then going in with that second brush just to really blend all the seams together. So moving on, I've gone ahead and blended out the eyeshadow as how I would like it, and then I went ahead and used that same Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer to cut a crease going about 2/3 of the way in. And then another big thing I like to do is go ahead, tap out the edges with my finger, and go in with one of the eyeshadow brushes that had those deeper colors and just pat over the edge to just really start blending that back into the eyeshadow. Just so it's not like a harsh line once we go and put that lid color back on it. Going in for that lid color, I'm going to go ahead and take this Morphe kind of flat shader brush, once again from that 5-piece eye set, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and go in with 20 something. Take that on my brush. Try it with the brush first, and then I'll go ahead and try it with my finger. I'm gonna go ahead and just spray a little bit of the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water on it. And just tap that on. See how well the pigment. Definitely a glittery shade. Fallout for sure. But I mean, that's kind of expected because it is a glittery shade. It's not like a metallic shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go on my finger. And oh yeah, did we just see that? So much more with my finger. So definitely go in with your finger on that shade if you're going to use it. Going back in with that darkest color we had used, I'm going to take it on that fluffier brush, so the second brush that we used, and just pat over the edges here. You can bring it in as you finish dispersing that color. And then I'm going to flip the brush so it's not on too much, not on the side that I completely picked up all the color. Or you can even go in with that tiny little blending brush just to go back and buff it out. To go ahead and continue on with the tutorial, I'm going to go in with the color Stay Golden with a very pencil brush. This is a Morphe one. I got it a long time ago in a set, and I'm just going to run it under my eye. And then just going in with that same Morphe pencil brush, I'm going in with that first blending color Fortunate, just this one right here. Putting that right into the lash line, but only on the outer, like, third to half of my eye. So I think I'm done with the under eyes there. I just wanted to keep it really simple, especially because we have so much like glitter and sparkle going on with the lid. I don't want to take too much attention away from that. So I'm just going to go ahead, line the eyes, pop on some lashes, and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and finished off the look. I added the Sephora collection Hipster lashes in number 20. I used the Eyeko liquid liner to line. I also went ahead with the Flexitarian and just stuck that right into the inner corners to once again brighten it up. And then for lips, I finished it off with Sassy Mauve from Revlon. I went with the cream one today just because I felt like my lips were a little bit dry, and it actually went, I think, fairly well with the eye look. So that is the entire look. I'll go ahead and zoom you in for a close-up look on the eyes, and then we'll go ahead and kind of discuss the palette a little bit. So here is a close-up look of the eyes. So after using the X's and O's palette from Colourpop, I do actually enjoy this palette. It blended out really nice. The glitter shades that I used are really nice and pigmented when you go on and tap them in with your finger. Going with a brush and like spraying it doesn't really do it any justice, so just go right in with your fingers. It blended super nice. I do think I like this eye better just because my own personal blending like mistakes on this eye. But I mean, I think it's a great fall palette with the like berry tones that they were going for, as well as I think this would be a really great spring palette as well if you want to use the lighter shades and then just do a glitter on the lid or something. But overall, I really enjoyed this palette. I'm going to have to play with it more and create some more looks for you guys. And also let me know if there are any other Colourpop products you want me to continue to use, and I'll have to order them online. yeah, that was the tutorial today, so I hope you guys really enjoyed. Make sure to check the description box below for all the products on the skin, and as well I will be putting the product descriptions for like this stuff and whatnot, the mascara and all that I used on my eyes. So make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below any future videos as well. And until next time, thanks for watching.